Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Amy Reads Books. Today I will be giving you a breakdown in my review of The Spellshop by Sarah Beth Durst. I'll be giving you my ratings in the three categories of readability, accessibility, and predictability to then give you my overall rating. If you don't know what those definitions mean in my ratings, go check out my other videos. The Spellshop was published in July of 2024. It is 377 pages long and has a 4.03 out of 5-star rating on Goodreads with over 113,000 ratings and more than 21,000 reviews. This is your quintessential cottagecore fantasy novel that is just perfect to read this time of year. This book is about a young woman named Keela who must flee her city. She's a librarian that houses the spell books that are meant for the most elite of the citizens. With nowhere to go and her city up in flames, Keela has no choice but to return to her childhood home, which is an island called Cultree, and it is evident when she gets there that they have fallen upon hard times due to the outlawing of magic by the Empire. Keela's plan for a quiet and sequestered life gets thrown to the wind when the city residents welcome her back with open arms. Over time, Keela's desire for hermitage and a quiet life is outweighed by her desire to bring joy, magic, and happiness back to the island. So she decides to open a jam shop at her family's cottage with a little bit of some extra selling on the side. It's magic, otherwise known and marketed as remedies. This book is a story of kindness and the importance of community and how those two things can really change you from the inside out. In terms of readability, I rate this a 5 out of 5 stars. I love the characters, and Durst's writing made me laugh out loud more than once. Some notable scenes that I loved were the visit from the cloud bears, the magic experimentation in the apple orchard, and Captain Varrick's search. Also, the creatures in this book were just delightful. You had winged cats, merhorses, a rogue chicken, and a sentient houseplant. In the author's acknowledgements, Durst writes, "The Spellshop is special to me because it's filled with things that bring me joy. As I wrote each chapter, I'd ask myself, does this make me smile? I've always believed that the classic writing advice is write what you know should really be write what you love. So I filled this book with every bit of joy and delight that I could pour into it." It was clear that this book was written from a place of love and happiness. I had a smile on my face as I read through this book, and my heart was light when I finished it. For predictability, I would rate this a 3.5 out of 5 stars. With how whimsical and enchanting this book was, it was hard to believe anything bad would end up happening. There were some suspenseful scenes throughout this book, and I definitely thought more than once that Keela was going to be caught using magic illegally. However, with how light and airy the book was, I planned for a happy ending with just a few bumps along the way. I will say though, there were a few loops thrown in that I weren't expecting, like Redain's appearance in the book, and then also Fenrir's very, very compelling accusations. Now on to accessibility. I would rate this a 4 out of 5 stars. All digital copies at my local libraries had a minimum of a 7-week wait, with 24 copies available split between audio and ebook. For hard copies, all 12 copies at my one library were checked out, but there were only 2 people on the wait list. And my other library had 5 copies available that were all checked out also, but there were 6 people on the wait list. Although the digital copies had a pretty long wait time, I was pleased to see that if I were to place a hold for a hard copy at either one of my libraries, I would have ended up getting it pretty quickly. All of the sites that I purchased used books from, which are Pango Books, Abe Books, and Amazon, all had a lot of inventory available, and the prices were pretty consistent, ranging between $7 and $15. Overall, I rate The Spellshop a 4.16 out of 5 stars. If you want a cozy, feel-good read, then this is the book for you. I am excited to read the next book that Durst has written, which is called The Enchanted Greenhouse. and it's the story of the librarian who created Kaz, which is the talking spider plant in the Spellshop. Thanks so much for sticking around and listening to my review of The Spellshop by Sarah Beth Durst. We will see you next time at Amy Reads Books. Bye!